Hey, I want to put Dora on the spot. How about that? Let's get Dora on the spot quickly, if you don't mind. Hey, can you hear me okay, Dora?
Yes. Hi, Saravanan. How are you?
Welcome, welcome. Hey, I know you just jumped in. I haven't told you anything. I'm going to ask you. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Okay.
But could you give me a background and give everyone here, like, who are you? What do you do? How long ago did you get into SEO, rank and rent, stuff like that?
Well, I'm Dora. I'm in North Carolina. I work as a project manager during the day, and it was probably around this time last year when I was finishing up training with 𝐷𝐻 and learned about Saravanan's training class because they had presented it at the end of our course, and signed up immediately. And I think it was in February when my first site was launched.
Okay, so awesome. So you joined last year, you launched your first site. Are you someone who has all the time in the day just sitting around doing nothing? What's your background?
No, definitely not. I actually work a full-time job, and I have two companies. One is a digital agency and one is a service company that helps people. I teach yoga at night, and I am a caregiver for my mother, so I'm busy.
You're busy, good.
Yeah.
Brian says he's from North Carolina too. There you go, Awesome.
All right.
Okay. So I know Dora is a project manager in the daytime, your day job.
Yes.
You do, and you teach yoga.
Yep.
You said you have a couple of other companies you run.
Yep.
And take care of your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And you still managed to find time to jump into my course and launch your first site, your first rank and run site. Did you know anything about SEO before that?
I had some familiarity. I've never really focused on it per se, but I mean, I do come from a software engineering background, so I'm always curious about stuff. I just realized that I personally cannot literally do everything, and so I've learned that I need to outsource things. So done for you programs are what I look for.
Awesome, good. And so quickly, you launched your first site in first rank and run site in February.
Yep. I was on vacation with my family in Puerto Rico, actually, and 𝐷𝐻𝐿 did a done for you that I had purchased, and yeah, that was my first experience.
So you were in Puerto Rico and you got a done for you site from us, and then you don't have to give the details, the niche and all that, but you had a rank and rent site up and running, and that's your first website. How much is that contractor you're renting it out to? How many jobs a month or a week is he getting out of that site?
Well, he's more picky because he will only do certain size jobs, and he does not do commercial. He only does residential. So I get a couple of calls a week, and now that I added the other site to it, that's increasing. But yeah, it's a couple of calls a week. And because the way I set it up, it's he compensates me 5% of each job as opposed to a fixed monthly amount. It's been working out well. So I'm looking forward to optimizing, even though it does rank well in Google with that exact name match. But I know my intuition tells me that it can be doing better. So I'm definitely looking to expand.
What's the average cost, or what's the highest job that he's closed or is bid on? I'm trying to get an idea of what 5% correlates to you.
It can vary. So right now there's one schedule that's going to be like $1,200 for one job, and I think the lowest might be $250 would be the lowest, but most average around $450.
So let's say $500 a job, and let's say you send him 2 calls a week. That's 8 calls a week. But now you're putting up a new website. Let's just say 10 calls a month. Let's say he closes 5 calls a month. Average 500. He'll give you 5%, so 25. So at least 125 to 150 a month just from your very first website minimum.
So I'm not sure if I'm following your math, but when I said 250, that meant the amount that comes to me.
Wow. So, that's what I was thinking. So So let me ask you this. Have you made more than $1,000 a month from this website? Oh my God, this is your very first website.
Yes.
And are you spending like 8 hours a day every day on this website?
No, but
okay,
you know what?
Awesome.
What's inspired me is, I've kind of been the turtle in this experience. I'm taking my time trying to learn as I go, but I can definitely see more opportunity to create services for other people. But my view of the world is I just have one niche that I'm focusing on in my local neighborhood. And now that I feel more comfortable with it, I might expand to something else, but I'm not interested in taking on the world, so to speak, right now.
You're just happy making $1,000 a month average from one website while you're having a day job, taking care of your mom, you got the other stuff, yoga and stuff going on.
Exactly.
From one very website that you started like in February, like 8 months ago.
Exactly.
My God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So guys, I just want to ask Dora, because I saw her jump on screen. I wanted, so the power of rank and rent is crazy. Dora, I would still say she's a newbie to SEO. 8 months is not enough to learn everything, but she's had one website up, rented out, and is only getting like 2 jobs a week, 2 calls a week, right? She hasn't really ranked for multiple keywords yet and things like that. She's just putting in a second website in a different neighborhood and all that. But $1,000 a month, okay? I think that's awesome. So let's jump into it, guys.